this season started with some pretty interesting scenarios that could have unfurled over the course of the season. Things haven't been perfect, things have not been smooth sailing, but come the end of it, come the very rough shores, Celtic still have the chance to wrap things up way earlier than intended. What is good? What's happening? It is time. Celtic versus Dundee, the game that could potentially decide the entire title race. How yous all doing, legends of the game? Love to see you in here, Phil. I hope you're enjoying yourself. Likewise with you, Flash. How yous all doing? Anyone that's in here early on, how yous doing? Hope yous are having a lovely time of things. Today could potentially be the day that we wrap things up, and possibly in style as well, based on the way that we've probably lined out our team sheets. I'm pretty interested to see how this goes. Time of kick off is in right now, as of now, about 8.5 minutes, give or take. So you have a little bit of time. If you want a little look at the rundowns of the lineups and stuff, I will kind of pull them up for you right the goddamn now. So, I mean, Dundee's is there, but this is probably the one you want to see, let's be honest. We'll get out of the gate. How you's doing? This is what we love to see. It's about as strong as we could ask the team to be in terms of, you know, limitations to injuries, things like that. Obviously, we know Schmeichel probably won't see the pitch at all, let's be honest. But we do have pretty much the strongest team available. Besides that, Johnston, I don't mind the fact that Taylor and Scales are starting. I think they will probably make sense for this type of game. Might as well start them. And again, if we need to, we can bring on Schlupp and Trusty, should they be needed. But again, bench options, we do have options that we can go with all across the board. The ironic one would be to see John Joe fucking Kerry get some minutes. Might be hilarious as hell. But nonetheless, I like this team. I think it's more than good enough to get the job done. How you's all day? Nice to see you, Kevin. Hope you're enjoying yourself. Likewise with you, Hitman. Time of kick-off is in about 7 minutes or so. How you doing, legends? Nice to see you, my guy. Likewise with you, Craig. How you all doing, lads? How you all doing? Sorry that's a wee bit, again, it's going to probably not be as high energy, for obvious reasons, let's be honest. It's a very early kick-off, and I'm just making sure that everything is good on my side, because it's usually right about now that shit tends to get a wee bit weird. Things can go wrong very quickly, because this laptop is older than Father Time itself. But I mean, I don't think there's going to be too much to really add to this one. I mean, Dundee's got the ability to cause some fucking problems. We've felt their wrath a little bit this season before. That stale kind of 0-0 draw is about as probably one of the weirder games of this season, let's be honest. But any other time we've came across them, we've absolutely popped off. We've done what we needed to do, and we've kicked ass. So hopefully today's another case like that. And even if we don't necessarily win, then we can tee ourselves up to do something really funny next week. So this one's definitely going to be a bit more refined and chill. I'm just going to fucking see if I can get this sorted beforehand, because I always make this mistake of doing it afterwards, like a bit of a dumbass, as they say. Let me just get this and that. There we go. Absolutely beautiful. So we've got a few minutes until kick-off, give or take. I don't know if people want music in the background for this one. It's going to be pretty interesting. Do we see the actual game? Not through this feed, Chief. Unfortunately, I can't really provide that. Apparently, every single feed is doing this shit right out of the gate. Of course, we'll get this working one way or another. Bear with us. More than fine. More than fine. If you're going for predictions, there's definitely some interesting ones that can come out of this, but I think this is going to be one where we absolutely do what we need to do. Really, let's be honest, this is a game where Celtic should strut their stuff. We kind of got into form again a little bit over the Scottish Cup semi-final last week, so Johnston certainly caused us some problems, but I mean, that was up until we scored the first goal. The first one went in, everything clicked, and that performance was way more convincing, way more better, just as a whole, let's be honest. So something similar today would be quite nice, but like I said, it's more or less just a case of getting the job done. We want to wrap this up early, we don't want to leave it to chance, and again, if you look at the table, you're not going to get many better opportunities than this. Obviously Dundee are one of those sides that can kind of cause some problems should they need to. Like I said, they definitely deserve to be in the top 6, but should they cause us too many problems, I'd be very surprised if they can. And again, it always comes down to that fundamental point of, can they try and stop the inevitable? No team likes to be the team that, you know, a title's won against, so maybe that's what You know, their coach will be thinking, hey, how can we limit the damage? How can we prevent things from getting way more out of hand? Because again, if Celtic are going to go hard out the gate today, then there's always that chance that obviously, well, this could get very one-sided real quick, and I think for the most part that could be the case. I like to think that today's a confident game, we'll get the job done, we'll run through them, but like I said, nothing's ever set in stone, and Tannadice is a hard place to play. The pitch is very difficult in a lot of aspects, so do have to keep that in mind as well. Oop and oop. Well, he's only doing. He's having a good weekend so far. He's enjoying yourselves. I mean, getting up early for these types of games is always annoying. I think everyone would have preferred like a 3:30 kick-off, you know, see what happened in the other game first. That would have been quite an interesting one, because at least that way we would have known 100% for sure what would have been the case for this one. But we could wrap it up, and then it doesn't really matter what they do on their end. It's just about getting the job done here, and to be quite frankly honest, I think we have the best possible line out to do it. I like the fact that we've got the front three. I mean, we're calling the Google Coons in the middle, but we know that's not the case. It's going to be Jota on the left, Maeda on the right. They'll be doing the rotatory system that we've kind of seen a few times experimentally over the last few match days, but Maeda's definitely going to be more of a centre man. I like the midfield three. It's very, very capable and very culpable. It's just how it goes sometimes. Rio and Giles should be good enough to at least get the passing game going. That's what they did very well. I mean, Giles wasn't necessarily a key player in the last match, but he was certainly involved. Rio was fantastic though. His assists rates were very much on form in that game against St Johnstone with the passes in behind. So if he can get that going today, if he can get that running behind Jota, if he can get that running in for Kun or anybody else that's on the overlap, I mean, Maeda will be the main man, we all know this, but we have that option to funnel out to the wings. We've got players that can cross in Kun and Jota, but we can bring players on like Forrest and Yang should we need them. But again, I don't think they're on the bench for this one. I think Forrest is, but I'd be surprised if Yang's not on the bench. So Forrest would be that kind of internal switch should we need him, because he can play either side, so that makes a wee bit more sense. And like I said, the bench options we can rely on besides that. There's a couple of faces in there that certainly could switch the game. Should things get a little bit difficult, you can make the case for Dundee as well. Trapanovski's obviously a very solid player, can't take anything away from him. And I think Declan Gallagher might be a substitute to watch. But if you're looking for players for Dundee to kind of keep an eye on, you would kind of say that's along mostly their midfield line. That's where they do a lot of their good work. I think Docherty and Sibbald are the two that you want to keep an eye on up front. Obviously Dalby's a good player, we know Middleton's history, and Payton's not a bad player as well. He can certainly cause some damage on his day. Arabayega's a very strong solid centre back, and he'll try and be on song and on form with the other two that's at the back with Strain and Cervers, whatever his name is. It's probably one of the few names I cannot pronounce in this league convincingly whatsoever. But again, it's that very pragmatic 3-4, like 2-1 system. You know, you can see it in the top corner of the screen, but as the game probably starts, you would expect Sibbald and Ferry to sit a little bit deeper in, and it will allow pretty much the kind of forward, I'd say 5 if you want to kind of call it that, but Campbell, Docherty, and it will probably be Middleton that will drop in a bit more central, and Payton and Dalby will be the kind of offloaders to try and force space and passes, if that makes sense. Celtic kind of have the same type of system, 100%. I mean, if you look at the way that we're set up, it's definitely to go through them rather than around them. But I kind of want to see us do what we did in the second half against St Johnstone when it comes to like that type of approach, where we don't give them a lot of space and leeway, we just do the basics absolutely right. But just make sure everything is working. How you doing, Rob? Nice to see you, brother. Nice to see you. Like I said, I know this is early as fuck, so people will take a while to come in and see this. To be honest with you, I won't expect too many people in for a kick-off that's as early in the day as this. But nonetheless, we're trying to get everything that needs to be up and running. That did go through in the Discord. Just had to make sure, and that's pretty much everything sorted in that sense. What's your predictions then, boys? What are you thinking? I mean, David's already got things rolling with a 5-0. I very much admire the enthusiasm, 100% something I'm kind of on board with. I think this has the potential to be very one-sided. I think this could be a 4-1 type scoreline. I don't think Celtic are obviously going to be too worried about kind of getting the job done when it comes to the first half. The second half's when we'll probably see a lot more more damage done as a whole, let's be honest. And I think if we can get across the first like 28-30 minutes where things can get a bit awkward, you can get caught out a little bit, kind of early things obviously are a wee bit different. I managed to get a feed of some kind here. Just make sure that we've got all available opportunities and options ready to go in case we need them. There we go. That's more than fine with me. It's just about getting everything teed up. 100% going to be an interesting game though. Like if we get across this one, boys, it's done. We don't need to worry about anything, and we've got 2 of the trophies of the 3 needed to make this season a very, very good one on paper. And practice as well, of course, we want things to be comfortable, and realistically I have a very good chance of us doing that. So let's get into it. Like I said, 4-1's what I'm thinking. Obviously Maeda's in that top goal scorer race. Dalby's kind of just been brought up there about the fact that he's on 14 goals. So you've got 2 strikers that are well within form in their own ways, but as promised, we'll read out the lineups and then we'll get things crack-a-lacking. For Dundee, as follows. It's Walton in between the sticks with Strain, Servedge and Arabiega as their 3 centre-backs, with Ferry and Sibbald playing either side to be their false full-backs or more or less their right and left mid, but you know the positions that they'll take up and play. Of course, you've got Campbell and Docherty as well. There's a minute of silence going on in case you're curious what's happening. We'll be kicking off about a minute or so later. Middleton and Payton start as their anchors ahead and front, and of course Dalby, the man that we just talked about, starting centrally in between the 2 of them. For Celtic, the lineup is as follows. Is about as strong as you can ask, with a case of, you know, what we have to work with. Sinisalo starts in between the sticks. The big Finn should see the season out in style. Taylor and Johnston are our 2 full-backs, with of course Scales and Carter Vickers being our centre-back pairing. And Jails and Rio playing either side. Of course McGregor or Skipper starting centrally in between them both, and of course that familiar and dangerous front 3, Jota and Kuhn starting either side of the wing. Maeda playing central through the middle. Hopefully this is the type of performance that we can just get going. That's the bare minimum. Just get a decent thing going. No bullshit, no faff, no fuss, and hopefully there's a game of football to be played. The one that I usually use doesn't have any useful feats, let's say. It's all the same. The one I've got is a few minutes delayed, but I don't mind it too much. Like I said, this is more or less just to game in tabs with doing everything, so we'll get us a wee refresh and we'll see we're underway, because the ball has just kicked off on my screen. There we go. Fucking football time, boys. Hopefully there is a game to be played, and already there seems to be a bit of a shape press from Dundee. That's an interesting one to see out the gate, but again, can't expect anything different from that. They'll play a very pragmatic style of football in their own way. It'll be interesting to see how that opening kind of approach and stint kind of plays out. It's a simple cut in there for Rio. Decent enough, there we go. Can't really worry about that too much. A lot of people are in the pub already. To be fair, one of my mates is he's probably already down at the Saracens to do stuff. There's a half chance for Dundee. Good footwork on that side. Potential break in. Ferry's stepped in, but not too much danger there. Marked out quite comfortably by Celtic players in the end. They're good positioning elsewise. I mean, it's not a bad crowd for Tannadice as well, by the way, considering the fact they don't have too much to play for the rest of the season. They've actually managed to have a decent turnout, but the away wind's absolutely stacked. That's a lovely ball into space, and there could actually be a chance for a break here. Go on, run it. Oh, it could have been Son. I love the idea. The press was nice, but it never really was too threatening in that sense. Just looked a little lacklustre with that ball in behind. I like the idea though. Good start. I like the approach. Got to move it a bit faster, but if we get it into those major spaces, we could get something there. Don't know why it froze. Good hold up. Dundee clear the lines again. You feel like they're going to be doing a lot of that today down that side. Arabiega kind of holding those stretches in. For me, Kuhn should be on the part of the performances of late. I think Kuhn's definitely one that you can rely on. Apparently every single conceivable feed has gone to shit. That's fantastic. Flash, are you sharing the game in Discord by any chance? Just because it's buffering quite badly here. That's good for scales though. I'll report what I can see. That's a brilliant ball across. Carter will run it out towards Johnston, goes back towards Scales in the end though, so that's a little disheartening in its own way, but it just keeps cutting in and out. It's not fun, this. It's a good tackle for Dundee. They're going to have to cut that one out. Should be a throw in for us, but yeah, really well stepped in challenge for Seville's there. He had to kind of time that very, very well. Literally tie my fucking hair up and it still proceeds to do this. Oh my god. Let me fix this. Everything is going wrong. That's a pass. Holy shit. There we go. Run it. Good for McGregor. That's really good for McGregor. Come on, man. Opts to go inside instead for no reason there and has to end up paying it back towards Carter. Vickers has it. Should just spread it across for Scales and we could build something else there. But passing lanes were open. Didn't opt to use them. Nice, there we go. Simple pass into space. Dundee are going to force it out. Done that by laning out for a throw in for us. That's better if the Carter run it up towards that far side. You've got overlaps there. There's a good ball in behind. Keeper does well to come out and claim it, though Maeda was chasing him down, gives him a wee pat in the head for his troubles. It was the right idea. The ball in was very lovely. Maeda was there, but can't take anything away for the keeper. He's out fast. Walton's just about able to cover it. Sends the ball into Orbeto. Is there a header down from anyone? Not necessarily. It's actually retained off a kind of weird bounce, but again, nothing too consistent though. There we go, that's better. Step inside, run it, pass is very fucking poor again though. That's what I'm saying. Rio just tighten up the passing lanes a wee bit. That's kind of what he was struggling to get off in the first half an hour or so in the last match. It's definitely a case of teeing each other up here. Ball over for Seville's on that far side. He goes for an inside cross pretty much. Try to find Middleton. It's well taken down and there could be a potential break on that far side if he goes for an early cross. It's laid off and swung in. Headed back across and still not necessarily cleared. Far side on that left again. You got... Yeah, no, it just keeps being fucking cringe. I can't even lie. Hey, the injured though. Nice to see you, my guy. Nice to see you. I'm just having feet troubles right now, which is always it's always fun to experience. But Dundee have a throw in to do some danger here. It's swung in awkwardly, not cleared. Pop up header, taking not necessarily away either, lads. You need to try and clear lines a bit more convincingly than that. Swung into the box and swung over. For fuck's sake, man, calm it down. Still in the box, still dangerous. Oh my fucking god, lads, you need to clear your lines there. Big chance for Dundee. It's offside anyway, thank Christ for that, but it's not going to take away from the fact it didn't look offside either, to be honest. The original ball into the box, so we'll have to see. Right, well, he is there, thank Christ. I was going to fucking say. Looked like he timed his run off the back of Taylor perfectly there, but no, it was definitely offside. Good save for Sinasallo regardless, though. Swung forward, can't really get there on the retainership, but there you go. Just shows exactly what I'm talking about. The first 20 minutes, Dundee know that they probably have to go for it. No team likes to be the side that our titles won against. We were talking about that earlier on, and they're playing very much like that. Oof, Gilles just bundled his man over a belt a lot. But I don't like them seeing things in 2 or 3 second stunts and then it freezes and then it plays and then it freezes. Like, fuck off with this. One's just going to send this up. Every kind of free kick inside their own half has been kind of played forward by the goalkeeper, and that's a lovely ball as well. Not cleared fully again by Celtic, but comfortably enough. Bounces down. Oh, Strange just kind of gone in with a loose header and managed to actually get it through. That could have been something, but after a few bounces of the ball, doesn't necessarily retain that challenge either. That's lovely. Simple ball for Dundee. They've got a chance down that far flank if they want to use it, but they have to move fast. Jota's there to cover the initial pass, and behind Dalby's forced backwards. And after some passes, they'll go side to side. Arabiega plays it in for Savelge and just sends it forward. No real danger there, and that's going to be a comfortable throw in. Yeah, couldn't have really asked for much more comfortable than that. It's a poor giveaway though. Like, again, there's no consistency trying to break out, lads. Like, where the fuck is the goddamn point to prove? Like, you just want to step up a little bit. Every 50 you cunts are losing. There's another one played out towards the right hand side, and there's a breakdown there again. Ferry, ball in, dangerous as well. It's a looping header that's over, but like I said, all the chances are coming from Dundee. You cunts need to wake up. Stop doing this every match where you take 25 minutes to decide to move out of first gear. This is meant to be a pretty big day. People have spent the better part of 40 quid a goddamn ticket to go to Dundee. We're not sitting and watching this for 90 minutes. Another shit clearance and Dundee have the ball again. Like, lads, yous are not covering yourselves in glory. It's another chance for Dundee that goes begging for Dalby. What the fuck is going on, lads? 10 minutes into this game and everything's going one way. And you're still insistent in playing out for the back. There we go, Karlovic. What the fuck, man? Stop being a bunch of sad wee poofs, play the goddamn game. Like, this is meant to be a pretty important match and you are playing like you don't want to fucking be on the pitch at all to begin with. The actual shit is this, man. It's not convincing at all so far. All the action areas are suggesting that the play is more or less in Dundee's half, and again, I'm fucking watching this like it's a goddamn slideshow rather than an actual match. Are you in the boardroom thing in Discord, Flash? Because I might need to borrow your feed if you've got one. Because the consistency of this is actual doghouse. You reckon our shape doesn't look right in the domestic game where either isn't on the park? I disagree with that strongly, Rob. Look, every time either's on the park, it's more or less like a guy who's just wasting a spot. That's a lovely ball into space, so it could be a flick on. Need to wait to see where the fuck that goes, because I have no idea. Bounce around and it's eventually thrown in that far side. It's again that full line press for Dundee that's been executed perfectly from their part. How you doing, Harry? Nice to see you, lad. Hope you're doing fantastic. Hope you're enjoying yourself. Oof. That could have got awkward as punted up there. Ferry wins ahead. Oh, could have bounced through there. Middleton tried to force it. Dalby was there on the overlap just in case Carter Vickers wasn't smart enough to kind of pop that away with his head. Again, I don't like this. Goodwin's clearly got a system that's very sensible for these the boys in orange. They're doing a very good job of at least kind of keeping the midfield quiet. They're forcing them to go long more often than that. You've barely seen any of the front three so far. They're just forcing it onto the sides. Simple enough. Yeah, fuck this has been too hanged. I'm just going to see if... I love tech issues, always fun. Right, okay, nice to see you, lad. Was a shade better now with a proper striker like Kyogo in line. Well, Kyogo wasn't even defined as a proper striker, realistically. Everyone's seen him as like an anchor player, someone that would play off the inside of someone rather than outside, if that makes sense. Like, players like Ida are fine for the most part. You'll always kind of get someone that can hold up the play. I get what you're saying. I 100% see your argument. However, my counterpoint would be very simple. Because it would just be a simple case of, well, you know, if that's the case, why don't they just... why didn't they bring someone in January that was a bit more sensible to kind of consider? Again, Fiskard and Ioannidis, we had a bunch of players that we were looking in at that would have made sense and would have held the line. But again, we're at this point in the season now, Radborough, it doesn't matter too much. We don't need to be at our effective best, we just kind of need to do enough to get across the line, in my opinion. But so far, it has all been one-way fucking traffic. I'm not even going to sit there and sugarcoat it. So it's definitely strange in a lot of aspects. Like, come on boys, you need to fucking pick this up. And it keeps popping back to the same 2-3 fucking seconds of the same clip, man. Like, is every feed just ripping the cunt? Like, this is title day, man. And all the feeds are fucked. Another ball played into space. Dundee are still lads, step the fuck out now, man. Like, please, for the love of Christ, this is getting a bit... Don't get me wrong, I love Carter Vickers, he's a very sexy man, but it's not something that I want to see too much of today. I don't want to see the defenders in frame more than the attackers. It's clear the way again, Dundee just hold the lines, force the issue, headed it back into their space so they can reset their shape. It's genuinely smart from them all round. I know that flash, but on my screen it's literally like just going on to the 13th minute. That's how fucking delayed we are. Because all the usual ones that I tend to use are apparently no one exists. They're all gone and dead. I could check that now again just in case one's updated, but I highly doubt that they'll never do. Nah, of course not. That would entail them actually doing their jobs. Just what a feed that isn't complete our ass, man. No, McGregor's complaining about so it's just because they're just like taking all the... How many fucking oranges did they bring, by the way? You got McGregor and all that on the side of the pitch, just try to clear out as much as they can. You're just like, yo, is things good? Yeah, definitely a pause and delay, but we're still a few minutes behind. It's a little bit of a shame, but it is what it is. Carlo just standing there with his eyes down, more confused than anything else. Oh, I mean, Roger's face says the story of the game so far, it's not been particularly too enjoyable in a lot of aspects, but for the most part, could be worse, right? Like, you've got to take the silver linings. Haven't conceded yet. We haven't given away too many clear-cut chances. It's half chances at best for Dundee so far, but that one that was inside the box in the 5th minute was probably their big one. But we are insistent in playing out for the back, which is insane considering the fact that we're getting pressed in the entire time. You have to break through the line, and we're not doing that. We're cutting it back, passing it back, and there is no... Again, I don't understand how we can play like we did last week and then show up the next week in a arguably just as important match and play pretty stale. I know that they're just getting settled into the game, but I want to see a bit more of a push for them. That's a good ball in behind. Switches better. There we go. That's a lot faster. Rio goes backwards. This is the problem. We can't do the same 2-3 fucking things. Scales played back in towards McGregor. Back to Scales to Carter Vickers. Might go for a long pass here. He does. Brilliant fucking power on it as well. It allows Johnston to take an easy touch and buy himself some time. Lovely layoff between him and Giles. It's still awkward. Dundee forces back and we go back with no real hesitation. I don't like this, man. Come on. A faith ball played. Kicked over to the side and eventually cleared away, and I think Johnston will just allow that to go out. Tee the throw in as quick as he can and go from there. Coming off for Johnston, that's exactly what we want to see played into Wards. Scales, good control on it, man. Could have been put under some pressure there, but there's a break on that far side. Taylor's got Jota there on the overlap. Rio inside of him, plays it towards the Portugueseman. That's good for Rio, great touch, decent shot. Ball across, it's dangerous, and it's an opportunity that could have probably presented a bit more. Kuhn was there on the back stick trying to get in towards the space. Like I said, Rio's passing, he just needs to get that one in behind, and that's exactly what he did there. Beautifully timed pass. It was not a badly timed run for Kuhn either, but good defensive hassling at the back, you've got to say. I think it was strained there, I could be wrong. They managed to get across and make it awkward for him. Could have been Ferry, one of the two of them had to get there either way. Bit better though, solid for the German. Hi there Valverde, haven't seen you in a bit. My guy, hope you're enjoying yourself. Likewise with you, James. This is a wee Jamesy day, just watch, exactly. The first goal he scores this season will be the one that wins the title. That would be Forrest in a nutshell, wouldn't it, actually? Holy shit. Just been to the dentist. I hope you're not feeling too rough, my guy. That's a lovely ball. Oh, that is a lovely ball. That could still be dangerous. It's... but I mean, they weren't taking any risks, and I'll tell you what, the defender has every right to complain. He's asking why no one came out to shut that out when the ball took the first bounce. He's asking why the runs were allowed. Yeah, I don't blame him. He has to tap it out, and they're getting raging at him for it. He wasn't going to be able to take a touch under that pressure. Might seem silly to some people, but probably a smart move is straining there. There's going to be a corner kick to be swung in for Celtic though, so first big set piece opportunity for us in this match, let's say. Ball in, dangerous, not fully cleared. Keeper should come out and claim it anyway, so not too problematic. Dalby gets it away, edge of the box. Celtic retain it, ball back in, and Giles is on the far side. Tees up his counterpart, lays it across, and there's some opportunities now. They've got about fucking 8 or 9 Celtic bodies all of a sudden within about 25 yards of this goal. That's an opportunity. That was a big opportunity, and it's another defensive I mean, I wouldn't say calamity for Dundee because they do get it clear, but again, they're not, similar to what we're allowing them to do to us, they're not really timing the step-ins. Like whenever they step in to go for a pass or take the ball, we're just passing it behind them, and it's making it a lot harder for them to close specific space. That could have been dangerous as well. That one's cleared away as well. Dundee are getting a wee bit desperate here, but it's not as if we're expecting too much different in the early stages of this. But Celtic are starting to maybe show their teeth a little bit. Their fangs ain't showing, but you know they've got some grills on them. That's a good pass back for Scales. Carter Vickers has it. Comfortable and composed. Played out towards the right hand side. Here's Kuhn. It's good consistent pressure for Celtic. That's lovely. Ball into the box ain't half decent either. Dundee kind of flick it up. Maeda goes for a weird overhead kick, and what the fuck was that? That was, I don't know if that was a shot across the face of the box, but a wild swing of the boot. Eventually it's cleared away back towards Scales, and we can go again. draw would do, but you really, yeah, no, you want to wrap the season up in style, man. Draws are meh at best. Like, granted, we're only here to get the job done. That's good for Kuhn. Hold on, chance for us to break here. That is a poor giveaway from them. Ball into space. Surely an opportunity here. How the hell's that not worked out? Maeda could have done a little bit better, but good defensive work for Sevelge. Eventually thrown back up the line by 30. It's a really decent... that was a lot better defensively from them. Their shape was 100% more set there. We see us so that we can focus on Aberdeen. Exactly it, man. We can focus on exactly all the things that we need to. Let's be honest, that cup final seems pretty much set in stone. Oh, keeper should have done a lot better to deal with that, but he's punched it out instead. Not the smartest idea for Watchalong. Jota's going to keep the hassle alive, but loses out in the end. Celtic are missing a big target man, maybe either, but they're gaining a bit of momentum now. So slowly but surely. I have a feeling this has a very similar vibe to what we're going to get like we did last week against St Johnstone, where it will take about 30-35 minutes before Celtic are really firing on all cylinders, but the second that we are, once that first goal goes in, the floodgates open and you're pretty much sorted. Everything's more expansive and you can definitely get a lot more out of it in terms of chance creation. We're making more chances already. We've made more chances in the last 5 minutes than we did in the opening 20 minutes, so there are positives to take in that sense. But you wouldn't say clear-cut chances. Best of the game for Dundee was that ball into the box. It was offside. Best game of the chance, or best chance of the game for Celtic so far, I should say, was that ball in behind to Kuhn that he just couldn't really get on the end of. Both teams are not wanting to extend their liberties too much. I think that play was offside there, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, as referee points the other way. Can't all. Boo, Rangers had to be fair. I feel that. Why would they want to draw? Exactly that. I don't... Granted, like, if you're one of those teams that don't win titles that often, then a draw would absolutely do. You wouldn't give a shit about how it happens, but when you've got especially with all the kind of, like, talk about how much the tickets cost if you wanted to go and see this game in person and all that stuff, like, for the fans that are there, you want to do it for them 100%. Did you see the Tangerines? I did, by the way. There was a good amount of them. Don't know who the hell managed to smuggle about 400 or 500 of them into the stadium, but fair play to the guy. It's about as much fruit as Dundee will see for the next 10 years. Ball sent forward. There's a potential header down here. It is still dangerous. Speak of the Tangerines. Here they come. Chance for them. Ball across the face of the box. Well cut out. It's going to be a corner kick for them instead, but again, a little bit too easy down that right-hand side. Taylor had to step out, so you can't blame him too much for that. Good cover work by Scales as well. Had to get in front of his man, popped it behind the goal. It's still not fully dealt with. We know set pieces can be a bit messed up for us, to be honest with you. Too right, Michael, you're absolutely spot on. You don't need to worry about your auto-correct doing whatever it's doing. It happens to the best of us. I mean, Sinisalo does not look hanging at all, but he looks upset to his shit, so it's just constant stress, isn't it? We got to get your fingers out, boys. A wee goal before half-time would be absolutely lovely for the soul and for spirit. Got to give credit to Dundee as well, though. I mean, granted, I might not be giving them the most glowing reviews, but they've had a very good opening stint to the match. You cannot take it away from them. They're playing with a bit more team chemistry than you would have expected. That's an awkward ball into the box again. No one's really too calm with the clearance. Flicked up and away. As long as we can keep it on the ground, that's the main thing, but that's just that. As soon as I say that, we try to float one out and Dundee steal it back, ball back into the box is half dangerous, clear the way again. And we do the same exact thing. Dundee try to retain it. They're playing a bit of pop-up themselves now. It's their turn to send it long, and Carter Vickers finally manages to get the ball on the ground and we can retain it. That's a lovely ball forward. That's a brilliant chance to get through. Brilliant opportunity. That should have been a little bit better, but we'll take that corner kick. Brilliant step in for the number 5 again. Seems to be covering a lot of the early ground, but that was a real good opportunity for us to break that. Been better since the tangerines, and exactly up, man. Well, look, Tim, we prefer apples. We like a good old green apple. You think 3-2 Celtic? Well, I mean, my prediction was 4-1. It's not happening, I'll tell you that for free. I was very optimistic. Oh, yeah, that might have had a chance. She should have done better, though. Come on, boys. Fingers out, a shot on target. Aye, fucking daily. That would be nice. We're not doing this where we have like 14 shots and 2 on target, maybe 1 goes in. That's not exactly what you would call efficiency. Even if the season's done, this is a chance for you to experiment with your squad and get the best out of them. But you want to see no complacency, and there's little bits of it that are certainly showing up in the early stages of this match, but as time ticks on, obviously, well, I mean, my hope would be that would change. We just need to get a fucking shot on target. It's the exact same as St Johnstone. We did the same shit. We had like 9-10 shots, then we got 1 on target, it goes in, and all of a sudden Celtic switch on and we'll score about 5. It certainly it can happen 100%, but circumstantial at best. It's good for Carter. Really decent for Carter. Played out towards that right hand side. Good for Kuhn. Has him opportunity now. He's going to bounce out for a corner kick instead. I'm going to complain of that too much. There's a difference between an apple and an orange. There's no such thing as an apple. Suppose that's fair enough, Stockbrook. Nice to see you, brother. Hope you're well. I appreciate that. Very nice of you, man. Let's see where this goes. Corner kick to be swung in jails. All the way across everybody. That was a horrible corner, I'll say that for free. Nice, there we go. Coming off. Good pass out towards the right hand side for McGregor. Step inside. Oh, is it 1-0? Shit. Well, there we go, I guess. Maybe but okay, I'm going to focus up. Apparently there has been a goal. Must be happening around here. Let's take a gander. Lovely ball out towards space. Slightly irritating that I had to see that message. That's a good ball into space. Lovely take for Kuhn. Oh, there we go. Yes, lovely ball into space. Ball across the box is dangerous, and it's back out again for another corner kick, for fuck's sake. Yeah, I must be delayed by at least about a minute or 2 then. Has to be. I'll try and find a better one at half time, but let's see where this one goes. I'm going to guess it's from this set piece, right? Takes a... Oh, that is so fucking... I mean, I think Jota's claiming it, but it looks like that came off the kind of leg of one of the defenders. I'm not sure if that's... it could be Ferry, it could be Straight. One of the two of them at the back stick just didn't really do the best job of redirecting the bounce down. Brilliant fucking cross. You've got to take the credit there. It was right into that kind of looping area where things got difficult, but holy yeah, I feel a wee bit bad for Strain because he has to force himself to stick his leg out to stop Jota from getting an easy shot away, and then ends up kind of turning it into his own net. That is, oh, he's not going to be so happy with that. So we still haven't had a shot on target, but they put one on target for us and we lead. Let's go, boys. It could be on fucking title day. Yes! Come on, there we go. Right. That may be worth something then. Okay. Let's go for it, man. Maybe the 4-1 is on. Who knows? It'd be nice to think about. It'd be wishful thinking. No worries about it. No worries about it at all, Caden. It's just because my technical feed's down on my laptop, so I have to use a fucking, like a really shitty feed. I'll reset my thing at half time, see if that fixes it, because usually it does. I forgot to do it when I booted my laptop up, so it's my own fault. Ball headed in. Dundee managed to clear the lines there. Very simple stuff. It's just kind of pop-up header stuff all the way to the side. Going to Ibrox as champions, yeah. Let's see if they give us a guard of honour. They absolutely won't, but it'd be funny to kind of have that half thought that maybe they do. I don't see it happening, admittedly, but that's what it is. I don't know how my hair keeps escaping for this fucking haircut. It's good for scales. Here we go, run it. Better. Like I said, now we've got a bit of pace, things are moving a bit more, there's a bit more urgency about it. See what I mean, man? We just need one to go in and all of a sudden, but as soon as I fucking say that, there's actually a really good break chance for Dundee. Brilliant play forward, played out towards the left, they got a chance, stepped it just about, stepped in time, good work there. Hustling for Kuhn and Johnston was actually very damn respectable down that side. They forced the issue very, very much there, but still dangerous. Dundee have a throw in within that territory, they'll kind of keep the press in. We've done it a few times when we've had throw-ins where they'll just have an extra body there, and that's a good example of that, but good. But that's a smart foul win, there we go. I like that, Maeda, I like that a lot. It just keeps things calm and steady. Love to see that. If it's anyone's birthday, happy birthday to them. Good to see we get 6 or 7 goals. I mean, it's always possible. We are always, I would say, like, we're always better in the second half. That's kind of our thing, right? Like, we'll kind of probably do the bare minimum towards the end of this half. We'll kind of pick things up as time goes on, if that makes sense. But, yeah, oh shit, Jota's gone down and he's holding his knee bad. Based on the way he's went, no, that looks serious. Oh no, shit, that would, what happened there, like, did he just land wrong? Yeah, you can kind of see what happened there. I wouldn't say that his knees popped out or anything, but the way that his leg hit the ground when he got challenged there, it just kind of bounced up the turf a bit weird. Maybe his studs got caught and his knee just didn't adjust to the fact that it was planted, and he's gone down and he's holding his face. He seems to be in a bit of pain. This might be an early change here. It's just showing that strain goal again. It definitely is a strain on goal, but Jota deserves all the credit in the world for forcing him to make that touch. But the last thing we want to see is one of our superstars having to leave the pitch early. That would be less than ideal, but we should give ourselves a card of honour just to piss them off. Get the subs and management team out to welcome the starting 11 onto the pitch. Realistically, yeah. If they're not going to give us one, then we'll make our own kind of thing, but I think that would start like a genuine war. Looks like there will be a force change. Ida might be coming on for this one, I'd imagine. I think it will depend on no, oh, well, there you go. Ida stripped him off, so it looks like he will be coming on. There you go. Answers the question then. Oh, of course, man, it's another injury. Another one to add to the list. Looks like maybe a knee tear, could just be a dislocated pop out or something. There are many names you could name that place. That's a decent pop-up. Chase it down. There was an attempt. I'll give them credit for that. They're doing what they can to hang in this one, Dundee, but Celtic are starting to play with a bit more pace and power. That's a lot better. That's overhit. It's like any time I give them a compliment, they mess up as soon as I say it. It was nice for McGregor. The touch inside was absolutely stunning, but the lay-off pass to Maeda was a little bit lacking to be desired, let's be honest with you. Oh, I do respect the fact he tried to make that stick, to be fair. That was a lovely move. Ball in behind was commendable. So you have to look at it like that, I suppose. Good ball. Keeps it on the deck, calm and convincing. Lovely roll around there. Quite stand your ground, that's poor. Yeah, a lot of challenge to get intercepted. Arabiga might just force that one across. Flicked up and away. Carter Vickers will retain it. Calm enough. There we go, boys. There we go. There's a step in. Roll across. McGregor has it. Could look for overlaps. Doesn't take the easy approach there. Opts to kind of take the more vanguarded pass, let's say. Dangerous, but worthwhile because it opens up Dundee a tad there. Carter Vickers. Into space. Good touch. Either. Doesn't necessarily cover himself in glory there. Just going to be cleared by Dundee until it will run all the way back, chase it down, get on the end of it and hopefully start another one. Well, they've been a lot better since that first goal has went in though. There's a much more noticeable calm there. Can't really take anything away from it. When is Maeda getting his statue? God knows, but he absolutely... Oh shit, Dundee has a chance there. They had a big opportunity hit straight into the hands of Sinassalo. And tell you what, Celtic are taking the opportunity to potentially break themselves. It's more or less a 4v4 opportunity down that far side. Use it, son. Dyson, ball across, shot. Yes! Yes! There we go! That's a goal, boys! That's the finish we needed! It's fucking sorted now, that's the title! Has to be! Brilliant finish at the back stick, lovely cross across the face of the box for Dyson. Like I said, even if you put fucking Ida onto the pitch, you don't need them. They'll just use each other, they'll totally fucking leave him out there, but that is a brilliant example of a cross. That is a lovely cross. It's inch perfect, man. The ball in towards Maeda was just as gorgeous too, but the weight on that is stunning because on the bounce up, any less power on that Kuhn would have had a much harder half volley to kind of like redirect that back across, but he times it beautifully, Dyson. The ball is absolutely stunning, bounces up, and I'll give Kuhn credit as well because it's not the easiest angle to finish that from. Has to kind of use the pace of the cross to redirect it, and it's perfectly into the top corner. Walton can't really push his arm up off the end of it. Looks like this game is fucking done, man. Champions again, ole ole. Yes, there we go. About goddamn time. That gives us that safety net, and more importantly, pretty much the guarantee that we should be able to see this one out. Any Rangers fan watching this is probably not going to be too happy, but at the same time, Lamalith, there's a ball into the box, and I'll tell you what, could have kept my mouth shut there. Dundee had a chance of their own. It's still not exactly sorted ball and dangerous. It could have been fucking way worse there. With clear our lines still in possession. Here's Ferret. That's a crack for that distance. I'm not even mad at that. I respect that a lot, to be honest. Didn't work out. It was totally way off, but you have to give them credit where it's due, you know what I mean? We gained any subscribers? We've gained a subscriber, that is lovely. Thank you whoever did, that's very kind. Well, that'll make getting into the second half a lot less stressful. I mean, technically we did still score our first shot on target. Jesus Christ, my head, I could have caught Arabiega way off guard there. They clear the lines, Taylor has it, keeps it in as well, beautiful stuff. Play out towards the space, cross in is dangerous again, I'll tell you what, and it finds a way through, but either and doesn't necessarily deal with it. That was genuinely a really good opportunity, almost identical to the last chance that we just had. Beautiful ball in for the far side. This time it was the other Japaneseman, Rio, with a cross. And yeah, Ida's head's just maybe a bit too square there. Kind of puts it into the ground, and it's no real too much of a threat, but nonetheless. Hope Joe's okay. Well, I'm sure he'll be sitting there in the injury room with his thumbs up and a big smile on his face. Can't afford to have any more injuries. I mean, it's never ideal right before a Glasgow derby, if I'm being honest, but oh, they've just made a massive, oh, what the fuck, that should have been 3, that should have been 3. I think Dyson's seen his name in headlights a little bit there, maybe could have passed it across the face of the box again, but tried to go for the shot with a sort of closed down angle, nothing too difficult for Walton to really parry away in the end. But yeah, Dundee have gone from having a very good opening 10-15 minute stint to very quickly kind of stepping off the gas. They've not done too much after that point, but they will not be too happy, especially if we go in with a third. And it looks like we are trying to push for one. That's lovely. Calm and composed. Carter Vickers with a switch. Keeps it condensed. Sorry, I know that I'm not engaging with chatting as much this match, but I always kind of do that when it's delayed, just in case someone makes an early call. I've got the cup final to look forward to. Damn right. But who knows? Maybe that's just a situation where you start Forrest on the left and Coor on the right, Maeda through the middle, something like that. Oh, I like that idea. That was actually a very clever idea. It just didn't work out. And Gilles on the chase, but yeah, unfortunately does not have the jet engines that Dyson has. So kind of self-explanatory as to why that didn't necessarily work. Hey, maybe we get to travel and get more than a treble, Michael. Go for the whole win. League Cup, Scottish Cup, League, Champions League. Fuck it, add the World Cup in and all for vibes. We'll throw that in there. I think Taylor's just getting pissed off having to pick the ball up and throw it in a lot. Boy looks stressed. Goodwin doesn't look too happy either, but doesn't have any right to bitch about it. Coming off, there we go. That is a lovely hold up touch for Adam. Good stuff, big man. That's what we need to see more of. Played out towards space. It still can be dangerous as well. I like the back heel attempt for Rio, but now he's put himself under a bit more pressure. He might just have to try and force a corner here. Can you do that? Dockery's stepping in on him. Yes. Better Rio. Much better. Curlers and Schools coming up for the back. Hopefully a decent cross in towards these fellas. That's where we got our opener from, so another one right before half time would be absolutely bellissimo. That's what we're looking for. I'm just holding his army, it's not too thingy there. Craig, mate, that's twice you've done that. It's twice I've looked over and seen that. Keep it. You know, the rules are in chat. Be a bit more respectful. There's people in here that are delayed. I guess I'll keep my eye out for that happening. There's 2 goals that have been... God damn it. Played out towards the left. Let's see what happens. There's 5 additional minutes of added time. We've already played through about 35-ish seconds of it at this point. Good run. Hey, and Kevin, nice to see you, my guy. Hope you're enjoying yourself. Hope you're having a lovely time of things. You must be happy with the scoreline so far. Apparently it's gotten better. I'll wait to see what happens exactly. Roll across for Sinisalo. That's a good ball in. Nice calm touch. That was lovely. Could be a break forward. It's just because it kills my celebration reactions. That's all it is. It's a little bit... nah. Oh, lovely. Here we go. Run it. Is this where the goal comes from? Is it sexual? Is it an absolute pristine piece of art? That's a lovely switch over the top. Nah, god damn it. Took a bounce out. Kevin's vibing. You'll have to see it, man. Nah, I appreciate that. Played out towards the left. Let's see where we go. It's usually about 2.5 minutes delayed. This is why I need to fucking fix my feed at half time, because I can't allow that to happen. That's why I fucking hate Sky Sports and their shitty goddamn licensing laws, man. Oh. Is this going to be another, like, Maeda cross that leads to something? Oh, that is beautiful! Not for anything else. I mean, it's a lovely cross and the finish is clean, but I got to give credit to Ida that he makes that goal. That fake out was absolutely pristine. It is. It's game, set and match, boys. It has to be. He's onside on the initial ball through by the looks of it, so that's more than fine. The ball that is lovely for Ida. Take nothing away for that. The ball across was calm, and you have to take into consideration the fact that Maeda was getting closed down there. Somehow manages to get the ball. He doesn't put height on it. He keeps it low, and that's the key thing there. And Ida looks like he's going to take the shot, and then just at the last second, he just holds his leg back perfectly enough for the ball to squeeze through, and Kuhn has a much easier finish. That is decent. That is very damn decent. That's a lovely goal. Looks like we'll see this game out in style then. We're going to be champions in comfortably so. Comfortably so. Better. I suppose while it does this, I'll see if I can find like a more thingy to feed, because that's slightly inconvenient, I'll be honest. But they always do this shit. Because we only got about like about 30, 40, 60 seconds left, and then pretty much this half's done out. That's what we'll probably go in the next minute or so. Still loading random shit. I couldn't kill this, is it? Yeah. Oh, to be fair, that goal as well gives us 100 for the season. So, how many is it for the record for the league? It's 115, isn't it? So, I don't know. Is there a potential that we could break the record with the games that we got left? Good save, Kevin. I do appreciate that, man. You're on anaesthetic. Well, yeah. I mean, any form of dental surgery without anaesthetic it's a dangerous game to play, my guy. I know they're feeling well. When I had like ankylosis in that side of my face there, I had to like rip the tooth out my face. That was always enjoyable. But that's half time here now officially on my screen, so I don't know. Flash, if you can like sort out a feed for the second half, I don't honestly know. Like, are you having the same issues or what? I don't know if it's just me, that's the problem, so it's one of those. I'm going to take a second to stretch my body, because my god, I am fucking out of energy. Hold on, just right. I love that Snoop. Great game so far, bud. Absolutely is. Right then, Sarah, nice to see you. I hope you're enjoying yourself. Why have you had a free drink? Or have you had a free drink for every goal Celtic's? Imagine. Jesus Christ. No, it's just for the simple fact of the record. There's like 115 for the entire season, right? So if we score, say, 2 more in this game, then it'd be an average of about 4 for the rest, which is hard enough in itself. Like, it'd be very, very hard to see. But who knows? We could score like 5 or 6. Glasgow is going to be on fire today, though, 100%. Title party time, 100. Go back to the screen so I can actually see the chats as they come through rather than on the YouTube feed. I appreciate that, Dylan, thank you. Don't know what is happening on my end, but all my usual reliables have decided to say 3-0 and you're on your 3rd Stella. Hell yes. Oh, man, I'll tell you what, alcohol sales are going to be going up tonight. Birds will be getting shagged, all that good fucking stuff. We know the drill, realistically. We know what happens whenever a title gets won. People get happy, the streets get flooded with green and white, and everyone that's wearing blue and white stays in their house because they don't want to deal with it. But I'll come into like this Discord bracket as well. See if we can we'll do. Oh, bless you. That's absolutely bless you, my guy. Thank you very much. I just opened up my Discord there. You can add me. Am I in the call or what? I don't even know. There's a sub board meeting. I'll just go into board meeting. I think that's probably the. Yep, already in board meeting. There we go. Whoop. Let me just fucking fix all the things I need to fix. Quickly mute myself on this. Thank you very much, Dylan. I know this is a pain in the ass, but I appreciate it. Right, there we go. Sorted though. We have a bit more of a more consistent feed. At least one that doesn't freeze every 5 or 6 goddamn seconds, man. We're back! We're so back. Let's go. I just need to do one more thing. And that is this. So I'll be back in like 3 or 4 seconds. Just, I'm going to put this into the site now. So I think this might be done. Let's have a little music. Better. I have a cigarette. It's like the one time where I don't actually have green on hand. Man, that's the ironic part. It's the one time when I actually don't. I have cigarettes, and that will do. But like actual proper, like not even roll-ups, like genuine cigarette. But I mean, this is my middle ground. Most people vape. I don't. I'm just going to take these ones down because that will help with internet speeds and stuff like that as well. I muted myself, I'm sure, as well. So they're not getting distracted. Ah, bless you, brother. Genuinely. I know Chateau's probably chilling in here, watching us along the side as well. It's like, hello to you as well, my guy. It's, don't know. It's always a pain in the arse when stuff like that goes happens. I do be. See, to be fair, I like iPhones, iPads, like fucking iMacs. Nah, I do be. That they need to get on that. You're a teetotaler yourself, mate. All the power to you. I have nothing but respect for those that are. I'm not a person that drinks. That's it's just not my personal preference. But fair play to you, honestly. You just drink tea. It's the total. Suppose that's a valid way to describe it. To be fair, it's like the most British sentence I've heard in my life. Oh. Craig's now in the safe. He doesn't have to worry about there being too much. It's still just because I know there's other people that are watching delayed versions of it. I don't want it to be ruined for everyone. You know what I mean? This singing ginger is that way. Can't hold it. Tea is the shit. For me, it's tea, right? Like I'd say for me as a Scotsman, this like if I had to stop drinking iron brew, that would be that's my alcohol. Like that's the thing I depend on. Michael, that's up your Pokemon thing, and prepare for trouble and make it double. Fucking Team Rocket, man. Blast for the past. You just sit and kick a ball off your face. I mean, I suppose it's a good way to strengthen yourself, right? Like, I mean, you have those Shaolin monks that punch trees until their bones appear, so conditioning. It means if you're ever in a game in the SPFL when you're older, lad, if you get hit in the head with a mitre ball in middle of winter conditions, you'll be one of the few that can tolerate it. That's an American joke right there, holy shit. I used to be teetotal, but then I switched to coffee. You'd love to see that, man. Hey, just because I ain't doesn't mean that you can't be. That's what we love to see. Green teas can be good. Like, you get some decent herbal ones too. I've never been a coffee person though, I will agree with you there. Coffee's, it's not that it tastes bad, it just tastes weird to me. Like, I prefer tea, it's easier to make and that's all. It's like three ingredients, but coffee depends on what you want. If you want like a fancy coffee, you're paying like a way more. A cup of tea costs like nothing to make. It's tea bags, milk and sugar and some water. And that's if you take tea or sugar. Sometimes it's literally just, for some people, like tea bag water. Those people I don't understand, because that's just warm brown water. But there are others that have decent ones. Liverpool playing tomorrow. Exactly it, Stephen. They could wrap up the title with a single point, because the Arsenal's draw with fuck, my brain's gone blank. Was it Palace? It was either Fulham or I think it was Palace. It was Palace Mateta, I believe, because they conceded late on, right? That's the only thing I've seen about it. Nice, he's been a busy boy, got to say. 2 big trips as well. A lot of people are doing that all across the board. I've got my mum's apparently going to Tenerife in a couple of months. My wee brother's got 2 really good trips lined up back to back. I think my sister's going somewhere in the summer as well. Like, everyone in my family's got stuff that they've got lined up, which is nice to see. I mean, that won't be everyone else's summer plans. That's the thing about it, because I've been considering maybe taking a day out to go to the north of Scotland and just enjoy myself for a weekend. Just rent out like one of those wee lodge cabin things, and like not lodge, what I clarify, but lodge cabins. And see the ones that have like the big like pool tables and like like the darts boards, like the old rustic style cabins. That would be something that I would 100% like take. Michael, it's subliminally messaging you. It keeps telling you you need to go on a trip like that. That's why it's saying that. Oh, it was Palace. I knew it was. It's because it was the yellow kit they were playing in and Fulham. Fucking, I don't know if it was last season or whatever, but like, my brain's just like, who? What one is that again? I don't watch the Premier League that much. Like, I'll keep up to date with Liverpool. Like, I'll always watch games if they're on or highlights if I miss them. But other teams, not so much. Not so much. But Ibrahim's lovely. Yeah. It's going to be the one thing that I miss if I ever leave this country. Like 100%. Like, I can't imagine myself like sitting in some fucking like place in like Canada, Australia, wherever the hell I end up going, and it's just like crazy like, yo, have you got any iron brew? And they're like, well, you know, what's that? That's the day that I realised that people don't have it good. Like, we have Coca-Cola. I'm like, that's not even close to the best soda in the world. We know what it is. Early from May 5th to the 2nd of June. Yes, so. Where is it you're thinking about going in Italy? Like, are you thinking like Naples or like Fiorentina? Or are you thinking, you know, somewhere more kind of mainstream like Milan or Venice? Or somewhere a bit more unique like Venezia or Turin? Like Turin, I should say, sorry. Is it Turin? The bad sweeteners. See, I suppose it's different for me, right? Because again, like, you know, diabetic, mine's doesn't have sugar in it, so I guess there's that. But proper original iron brew, I do miss. That stuff slaps so hard. I'd sacrifice my pancreas for a sip of it every now and then, I'm not gonna lie. Florence to Pisa, yeah, Florence is stunning, man. And then the last 3 days in Venice. So it's the classic, what would you call it, there's a term for that, isn't it? Like, would Italy have a term for that? Because it's all of their fancy places that you go through, and Pisa's up there, because it's like, Pisa is not northern Italy, but it's close to northern Italy, right? And then Venice is below it, so it's... SodaStream. Honestly, yeah, SodaStream Hyper is fucking woeful. It has to be bars. And then some of you going down near Newcastle. Oh, that's class. See, to be fair, yeah, my uncle got married in Newcastle when we were kids, and yeah, that's how I visited St James's Park and all that stuff, despite never being a Newcastle fan. It's like the only Premier League stadium that I've physically been inside. Like, I don't know, I have a soft spot for Newcastle, a wee soft spot for Newcastle. Plus, I just love the people there. You know what I mean? Like, hey man. That's good to see. But it's nice people have plans. That's genuinely nice, because a lot of people kind of go through summer and they don't have things that they can do and stuff like that. And again, like, most people that have been watching my streams for long enough know some of the stuff that I've discussed about what I do future wise in terms of plans. So yeah, it's nice to see people actually having little things they can do. New graphics card and another trip I want to, yeah. A grand, oh fucking hell. So, my entire thing is, the second half is about to kick off, by the way. I should kind of clarify this, we'll be getting on the way, so we'll go back to the screen, because we know the drill. And more importantly, because we'll be more up to date, there's going to be less bullshit to deal with as a whole as well. We've kicked off, hopefully we've got things rolling as intended here. And the quality's a lot better as well, I must add, so that's, yeah. This works for me, and it's simple enough for skills. We'll roll it back to Sinisalo, send it forward, and we got ourselves the second half to see through. I mean, another goal, and in fact another 2 goals. If Dundee happen to pop up with one and Celtic get another one, then maybe my prediction is still on, but who knows, we could be going full balls to the wall here. Dundee haven't made any noticeable changes, maybe to their shape. There's one guy that's standalone up front, and well, actually 2 guys that are up front and then one in behind, so I think they've got Peyton playing in behind now at this point. Middleton and Dalby are more or less playing as anchor strikers, if that makes sense. Celtic haven't made any changes besides the one that was made in the first half with Jota coming off for Ida. Everything else is still pretty much the same. That's lovely for Taylor, actually. That ball is nice. Right idea, he's going to have to chase Arabiego. Whoa, okay, right. My didn't really got his head took clean off his shoulders. Another free ball, absolutely, do my guy. You're spot on. You've been to Man City with the Etihad. I mean, it's not. Is it called the Etihad still? I don't even know. Celtic Park 3 times. I've been at Celtic Park a good number of times. Like, I've been to a lot of Scottish stadiums. I've been to like Fir Park, Paisley. Paisley 20. Oh, it's in there! Fucking hell! I didn't even have time to process. It's a lovely move. Let's go, Adam. See what happens when you don't consume alcohol before a match, you beautiful bastard. That's lovely. There we go. Doesn't fucking mess up. Picks his head, sticks it into the floor. Lovely cross, lovely header, and guess what? That's the fourth. That did not take long at all. 2 minutes into the second half, this game is wrapped up in style. Lovely breakdown that. Oh, what a run it is for Johnston as well, by the way. Lovely pass for Kuhn. Trivella right towards the byline. Johnston already knows exactly what he's doing. We've seen it so many times this season. Pops it up. And who else? Big man at the back kind of times it. I mean, Arabiega thinks that he's going to run onto it and he just tries to like position himself to stop it. But Ida's more than smart, heads it behind him instead. And that is as calm and as composed as you can like. There we go. Much better, man. Our strikers are firing on all cylinders. We love to see it. A brace for Kuhn. I think obviously that own goal for Strain. And a nice wee goal for Ida. There we go. So it's 2 more for this point, Greg. 2 more for this point. It's pretty much what we said at the kind of midway point in the first half. As soon as the first one goes in, we always play weird for the first 25 minutes or so, and once we get, oh my god, there is another open space. Surely this has to be 5. Dies in. Cross box. Oh, how the fuck is that not led to something? It can still be dangerous though. Dundee have been completely opened up here. They are not setting themselves up in the slightest. Good little attempt for Kuhn, but way too soft, it has to be said. Just kind of pops it towards the hands of Walton, but super unlucky with that one. I did the right thing picking out Maeda. He had all the time in the world, but I think he got caught in 2 minds whether he wanted to play that forward for Kuhn or cut it back for Ida. Just kind of picked between them. Much better since we've got that breakthrough goal. Everything's clicked and all of a sudden Celtic are playing exactly how we've needed to. It's about seeing the game out in style, and then we scream very loudly to celebrate the title as we always do. Oh, good tackle in fairness. They held the man up well, but they're putting themselves under needless pressure. McGregor forces a step in. Johnston's there with him. Forced back by Dundee. Be safe and fair to them though. Back towards Walton, and they should just do the classic, send it forward, try and get someone on the end of it. And that's exactly what they do. Dalby's there. Carter Vickers is more than capable of dealing with them as well. Good pop up for Kuhn, although backwards probably wouldn't be the best place to do that. And it leads to potentially, yeah, there's a foul for Dundee there. That's probably not the best move there defensively, but nonetheless it's how it goes. No complaints. I think there's a toss up between unstoppable and unshakable. I think I'd say unshakable. Like, we haven't been at our best. I think that's fair to say. We've had 5 shots on target, I think, to this point. 4 of them have gone in. There's Dundee's ball into the box. No real threat on it, and that was about the extent of it. It's going to be a corner kick for Dundee though. Look at Schmeichel on his phone, taking in the atmosphere. You love to see it. Yeah, it's nice that Kasper gets to celebrate another title. could be 6 or 7. Well, to be fair, it would be ironic given your name, eh? Oh my god, they're throwing more shit on the... You've got the fucking Celtic... Why are we throwing balls onto the pitch? Oh, it's a protest. Alright, I was wondering what that was. Stop pricing fans out of football. Celtic have put up a thing because they're changing the ticket prices to 50... Was it 50 quid, isn't it? So that makes sense that they've done it on this minute. And they have every right to complain. Well, 20, 30 years ago, season tickets as a whole didn't cost you goddamn 30, 40 quid. That's how much it costs you for a single game now. Slight break and play while we sort this out. Don't think the Dundee keeper's too amused by it, but... Nice to see, even a game where we're winning the title, we're still making a point for the rest of the league. Don't rip the piss out of the goddamn ticket prices, man. Don't scalp the goddamn actual soul of the club. Or any of the clubs in this league for that fact, man. The fans are what make clubs tick. You want to price them out the game so tourists can come and sit at your stadium, like Man United and all that do, then that's fine, but... people will remember these types of decisions. Yeah, nah, it's a joke. Way, Dundee have had a shot. That was an attempt. You give them credit for that, but that was nowhere near the goal. It was more or less just a half-assed. Yeah. Can't fault it for Sibbald, but considering the fact he was one of the key players to keep an eye out for at the start of the match, I just can't really say you've seen him too much. Could be dangerous if Kuhn can retain that. The pass wasn't horrible. And his idea wasn't too bad either. Or it wasn't Ida, sorry, that was in Jails. Like, Ida was anchored in behind him. I think Jails was trying to, like, knock it back on the hopes of a loose run onto the end of it, but just didn't really shape his body as intended. It's going to be sent forward. Big bounce, not dealt with. Could roll it back into space as well. Cameron collected here. That's a bit better for Dundee. Give them credit, they retain the ball and they could go for something themselves. Kind of attacking wise, but I feel like they're just going to get forced backward, which is exactly what happens. It's him out of his pornos there to learn about drugs. I mean, I suppose. Can't really argue with that too much. There's a couple of decent stadiums, and I mean, if you take away Celtic Park, that'd be the question I put to you. What do you think the best stadium is? Like in Scotland, I would say, because you've got one or two half decent left field shouts, you know. 1,500 last season for you in your farm this season will cost you closer to £2,000. Yeah, that's ridiculous for a game of football. Like, I mean, I understand that it's because of where you are. Like, I 100% get that aspect, but goddamn. You know, John Gibson, it's not a name that's in the forefront of my head, I'll be honest with you. It's a very common, like, British name, that, John. Presuming that might have been one of the... I need to keep my mouth shut because Celtic have a chance to break here. Like that touch, run it. Played inside, there we go, keep it calm. Focus on rotations, there we go. That's a lot better for Celtic, it's forcing Dundee back. Yes sir. You'd say Hampden. Interesting. Definitely not in disagreement with it in a lot of ways. Hampden's, it's a weird stadium, you know, it could be better, but yeah, that's about the extent of it, right? I think for me it would be a toss-up. I mean, as much as people get shit, I like Dens Park. Dens Park's very like close-knit. The fans are very close to the pitch, so I can respect that. And to be fair, Tannadice isn't a bad stadium either, but when it's packed out, like if you see Tannadice on a like Dundee derby, then in terms of the atmosphere, you don't get too many better than that. That's a good ball into the box. I thought Ida was going to go for an overhead kick there. That would have been insane if he did. Tried to be too clever, popped it up with a header, never really executed it as intended. Nah, if you're asking me, I'd say Easter Road's up there. There's a couple of decent shouts. Hold on, chance. Carter! Go on, Carter! Oh, go on, Carter. I respect that a lot, lad. Could have been funny. Didn't work out. Worth the attempt, though. So give him credit where it's due. Could offer the richer fans more and the poorer fans less. But then the argument would kind of convert to the good old classic. Why should we pay this when they're paying that? Like, there has to be a set price, especially for tickets. That's reasonable, you know what I mean? I can't argue with that, but they shouldn't be raising them by fucking near enough 60, 70 quid. Like, for every few extra games, you know what I mean? Like 2 extra Champions League games or whatever else, and some cup games on top of that. Like, yeah, you're not going to sit there and pay the better part of $2,000 for that, you know what I mean? Like 900 quid you can kind of deal with just about, but nah, you and your dad are within all your rights, Flash, I'll be real. You like the big stage? Yeah, you know, say Irox, maybe St Mirren. I don't mind, that's my local team, I see it every now and then. Can't argue with it. Oh my god, how the fuck is that going in? Okay, well I guess it's 5. I think even Ida's a bit surprised at that. It was a very weirdly struck shot, but it's gone into the back of the net and Ida's got a brace. Now this is a bit better for you, big man. That's hold up play done right. The break forward was absolutely lovely. Take nothing away for the run. The movement for Giles was lovely. The passing behind was absolutely clean. McGregor was there on the cover up as well. Brilliant overlapping pass for McGregor on the run through too. And Ida, while he's getting decked, might I add, he's literally falling to the ground and still manages to get the shot, and Walton should have saved that. Like, he has been fucking woeful this game. Every single shot that's been on target, I'm sure, has pretty much gone in. And it's just gone from bad to absolutely worse. They're going to make some changes to try and salvage something. Dalby, Docherty and Payton are off, and Van der Sande, Babunski and Trapanovski are entering the pitch to be their balance breakers, but realistically they're more or less just being cast on to suffer. Let's be fully honest, man. Just one more, exactly it, Craig, exactly it. If anything, in 5 years it'll go up again. Oh, God knows. It'll adjust at any time the fucking financial sector needs to, you know, oh, well, there'll be a bit of inflation. Let's raise the prices by 400 quid for no reason at all. Well, you're not getting 400 quid worth more of entertainment out of it. You're getting the same exact matches. Most of the Dundee fans have kind of considered that it might just be worthwhile leaving. It's quite noticeable the amount of people that have left in comparison to the first half. They're going to really go for this now. Switch the cross to that far side. Arabiega goes towards... Well, tries to go towards instead. Celtic could retain it. Maeda tries to hustle and hassle. I love that for him. Maeda tries to do the same. And Maeda's back in hassling again. Even when we're 5-0 up, they're still this is good. This is Ida when he plays at his best, man. He's not doing the hold-up stuff. He's just getting into them. He's forcing the issue. Not trying to be too fancy. Just giving everyone else the opportunity to get involved with the play. This is the Adam Ida I like. The sensible one. Good, simple, little... I mean, stuff like that I can let slide if he's able to just kind of balance out the passing a wee bit more. This would have been a very, very good substitute performance for him. Cannot take anything away from it as a whole. It's going to be played back to Sinisalo and he'll just punt that one out looking for any open lanes, let's say. Good touch inside. Not really dangerous or dealt with. Dundee are a little bit awkward with it. It's going to be just rolled back, Carter Vickers. And again, sent forward. The whole section's emptying faster than this, and not an overhyped movie. It's like the Minecraft movie after the chicken jockey song plays. Cannot complain about the level of performance we put on the day. Like the VIP section could be more. But to be fair, if you've ever had a ticket for the Kerrydale Suite, oh my god, that was another half chance. Jesus Christ. Keeper did well to gather it in fairness to him. But like the Kerrydale Suites, I mean, how much is it for a you know, ticket in that suite nowadays? Because I don't even want to say in confidence, because I remember them being not expensive, but nowadays I'd imagine they'd be like triple digits easily. That's 3 games with blue teams out the water, finishing the season strong. Exactly that. Like Sharks, we smell blood and we go for it. And well, speaking of absolute shocks, there's one leaving the picture now, man. He has been more than switched on the day. Kuhn's going to come off. It's a brace. I think it was a brace for him anyway. The first finish was absolutely beautiful. The second one, cannot take anything away from it either. Nothing bad whatsoever. And there's going to be Forrest. There we go. He's going to get his goal. Like I said, this is the one thing I predicted, and I hope it happens. Him scoring on title day would be so fucking majestic. Please, if there is a God, let it happen. It would be funny. Forrest and Bernardo are on though, and Giles and Kuhn are off, so give credit. I mean, and Giles has had a relatively quiet game, but he is just the hold-up player. He's the Makelele type. Don't take it to heart too much. He's had a solid performance. He's just not been as involved as the other midfielders. It happens. Still had a fucking excellent game. Celtic fans are in fine voice doing the huddle. Cannot fault it at all, man. Every single aspect of this performance, especially after the kind of 30th minute or so. All we needed to do was break the duck, and as soon as that first goal went in, it literally is exactly like the St Johnstone game. All we need to do is take out the first half an hour, and tell you what, Celtic could be a very potent side next season, especially if we strengthen in the right areas. 100%. It's £112. Oh god, man. Fuck's sake, that's my point. I had, like 2-3 years ago, the tickets were what, 85, 90? And maybe it would be 112 if it was a Champions League game. That's my case in point. So if you're going to use that for an entire season, then that season ticket would probably cost you a shit ton. It's not bad thinking, Michael, though, I'll tell you that much. There's things that you could do. Like maybe discounts for people that work inside the stadium. Like, do you know the like staff that serve the food and all that shit, that have to deal with the stress? Maybe their families get like slight discounts. Even just things that make it more tolerable. Speaking of tolerable, here's Taylor. Good pass forward. Scales has it, rolls it back, and there could be a potential move. I think we need a chant for Karazov. I don't even know what keywords would be included in that, but it would be very interesting to see that at least. I need to check to see if we've gained any scribbles, because we always do this just in case. We've been stagnating around the 1600s marks for the better part of a month and a half now. So if you're new here and you would like to help out the channel, you're more than welcome to do so. There was a half chance there, played into the box, cleared out by, I think, Arabi again there. Corner kick on the far side. James Forrest now only has one more official domestic honour than the great Bobby Lennox. What an achievement. Self-explanatory, isn't it? Lennox is quite literally probably one of, if not the biggest, like, legend from Celtic's like heyday. So Fair play Forrest, honestly, that just shows the man's consistency and more importantly his longevity. Well, I see him score. Look at that press. Oh, Dundee have done a nice football. That was nice. The little breakaway was quite clean there. The pass wasn't as nice, but give them credit. They made an attempt that's worth something. Pop off, my boys. Pop off. We'll be 24-ish minutes. Whatever's left of additional time on that. Chance for a break here. That's good. Ida, lovely 1-2. Big man, like I'm saying, no hold up shit. He's just taking the ball, moving on and running ahead. See what it does, man. This is the Ida that I like to fucking see, because when he stands there and just holds it up, it takes the striker position out of the game. I think he's realising that a bit. As soon as he lays it up, he's busting his ass forward, giving them open options. This is much better for the Irishman. Much better. More of this, big man. The passing's a lot more crisp and clean. Granted, maybe not the best example of that there, but no faults about it. Sent forward. Dundee are going to try the chase, but Sinisalo's more or less out to claim it before the ball's even brought into frame. Swung straight back up, and there could be a potential route inside. Is he going to use the left? Use the left. Use the yes. Okay, I was going to fucking say you had 4 or 5 on the other side. Do I draw them in and then do a quick switch? Scales. Goes across the face of it. But like I said, we only needed a couple more extra goals and we could have made the case that we could potentially break the season record for goals, but 5 in this game is damn impressive, honestly. Because that means like, both matches, the last 2 games, the first 30 minutes, nothing, and then as soon as one goes in, life just becomes so much. Oh, Dyson, engine, absolutely love that. I mean, you're always going to get one of them a game with Dyson. Can keep it? It's lovely as well. He keeps it in on the far side anyway. Still in the danger zone. Played shortcut. Or Vickers might just roll it across. There's space. I'd roll that as soon as possible. Rolls it inside. In fairness, that's nice. Good passing here, very composed passing. No one's really moving around with the kind of discredit there. Calm, good feet. Simple control, and the passing's alright. Again, Dundee are holding their shape relatively well. I think more or less they're just playing for the sake of pride at this point. They've got fuck all to really be caring about. Final, this must mean Rangers can't win the league anymore. If you want to see the statistics of it, then yeah, as it stands right now, we would be champions. Mathematically, we'd be 18 points clear with, well, at this point, obviously, with our game in hand, well, they can't catch us. All we needed today was a point, realistically. That of Rangers to draw or lose their game, but you'd rather put it in your own fate, in your own hands, and this is exactly the prime example of that. Football around hasn't been bad at all. Asking people from really poor backgrounds, I was thinking of people from but the VIPs could pay a bit, like 10% more, and that would mean have more money to buy a better player. I mean, I'm not arguing with it, but there's business, right? It's the same way that you look at how countries work when it comes to like why they don't tax big businesses that bring in a lot of financial equity to your country, because they just could uproot it and leave entirely. And if all the rich people that support Celtic that are backers or like, you know, they have like their sponsorships and things like that, you know, people that are involved in that side of things, I don't think they would be too enthused about having to pay way above the rate well, some random guy called Keith for fucking Bishop Briggs gets in for way less. And they got to find balance. My counterpoint would be like, see on the games or the days where you maybe don't have like a full capacity stadium, or you know you're not going to have a full capacity stadium, do that thing that some clubs do in the MLS where you kind of put them up as like an open to grab scenario, where you can claim the ticket but you can't resell it, all that type of shit. Because they do it with what's the team? I think it's Vancouver, if I remember right. They have a similar type of thing where, oh, there was an opportunity though. Oh my god. Did he miss? I'd have missed a chance to make it a hat trick, man. That's a bit surprising, I'll be honest with you. That's probably harder than his. I mean, that's Ida in a nutshell. I mean, his second goal, he's getting pushed off the ball, he's getting fucking near enough on the deck, and he still manages to find the bottom corner. And that was a half volley at best. He just had to get the touch right, didn't really cover himself in glory. We now need ultras. Oh, that flick was lovely. Well held up. Brilliant feet. It's still dangerous. Celtic. Oh, don't you fucking dare. That's not a foul. He dived for that. He didn't get touched. Everyone could see that. I think even the Dundee players were aware, but Ronaldo's not going to argue with it too much. Seville's just going to go down pretending like he's injured. Let's have a look. Did he get studied? No. In fact, he studied Bernardo and then goes down, and it's apparently Bernardo's fault. Perfect. Bernardo just stood his ground like you're literally taught to do. I suppose, but clubs exist to make money, Chief. They're not going to give away free tickets and then charge the rich people more, because then that would just be balancing out an already stupid problem. Like, they should just fucking lock tickets at a specific price. Like, if you're in the more fancy parts of the stadium, or like the places where you know the atmosphere is, like if you're with the boys that are over in the far end, or if you're obviously with the ultras in the Green Brigade, those tickets are going to be worth more. But if you're just getting a standard like family stand ticket, then it shouldn't be more than fucking, I'd say like 25-30 quid. Looks like Celtic are going to make some changes of their own here just to see this game out, and it's going to be Taylor and Rio to come off. Can't give too much discredit to either. Their performances very calm for them both. McCowan's, I mean, he looks fired up, he looks ready to go, can't argue with it too much. And of course we know how good Schlupp is decent. No longer turn the game on, any particular reason why? I don't think they would put the money into player equity either, to be honest with you. They'd put it into like the financial kind of strengthening in sector. Like, they'd use it to make the like the Kerrydale suite more fancy or whatever else. Hey, maybe they could fucking buy extra lights, who knows? But maybe not the smartest idea to just continuously fucking rip the piss out of the people that built the club. Because Lord knows those are the same people that can take it away. Oh, yes, Forrest. What a tackle, in fairness. That's... I was going to say... Oh, I thought we would have kind of teed ourselves up for a chance there. That was in shooting range, for sure. Still is dangerous, though. Bounces it towards the end. Here's Schlupp, first few touches of the ball. Let's see what the big man's got to offer. Lays it back. Calm enough. Very calm. Love to see it played short. Touch inside's calm. There we go. Carter's calm as well. Can we get a quick cross in here? All of that cut back. Get it going. Plays inside. Have a shot. They're really trying to get it to Forrest under every circumstance. Every attack we're passing it to him. We want to get him a goal entitled. It's 100% the game plan right now. Scales just kind of flicks it up to make it awkward. Headed down. Popped up. Lovely control, but they don't really retain it too well. Celtic return it Straight back to the back line to build up from the back again. Very calm. Carter switch to Scales. Much better, boys. This is a lot more calm. Lovely ball inside. Schlup's got a move here. Has a pick of options. Uses Maeda, who has still been running like an absolute madman this entire match. Ball inside. Beautiful as well. I like the idea of the pass. It was the smart move, but didn't necessarily execute it to perfection whatsoever. Schlupp in behind. Forrest with the take back. This is a big chance. It could have been 6, but it's been well overhit by Bernardo. He gets a round of applause for the away side anyway. And willingly so. He put his laces through that. Tried his best, but didn't really work out. You think if we charge more for the VIP they would leave if they were big fans of one? Well, that's my point. Like, some people will be like sponsors and stuff. They won't be fans of the club, let's say, and they'll get them as perks, right? You know what I mean? Like, oh, we'll give you like access to the Kerrydale suite, this, that, the next thing, or you'll get the padded seats that are behind there in front of the press box, I should say. Like, those are tickets that ain't really not for like the standard everyday working class fella, but the tickets that are available for the standard working class fellow should be cheaper, straight up. No one should ever have to pay 40, 50 quid just so they can sit in a stadium that's not even got heated seats and watch us play against fucking Kilmarnock and stuff. Like, I'm sorry, it's just not worth it. It's probably why you've seen so many games this season where Celtic Park's not maybe been at full capacity. You'll see it at like 90, 95, because even with the ticket prices as is, people already still feel ripped off about it as, you know, as it stands. The richest fans never got rich by giving it to the poor, yeah. They could just get handed everything, spot on, did it? Wonder whether you wonder. I'm going to say that you wonder whether we can still get 6 or 7. I read that in a Scottish accent, so that it made sense. I mean, maybe a 6. I think maybe a 6 is definitely on the cards, because Forrest is really trying to push that goal. Good pass inside. Hold on, Dundee has a chance. I don't know if he's onside, but Dundee are through here. Shot for Dundee. Save Sinisalo. Big man. There we go. Absolutely brilliant. That was a very calm save. Best chance of the game for Dundee by a mile, and keeper saved it like it was not really too much of a fuss. We've got a counter-attack of our own here inside the final 20-30 minutes. Still trying to find a way through. Dundee are getting super constricted with the press right now. They're barely getting space to break out for the back, and anytime they're getting touched, they're falling over so they can buy fouls. I think he was onside with that ball through. It was a genuinely great save for Sinisalo, if that's the case. Couldn't have put it better myself, did he? It's a well struck shot. There was nothing wrong with it, but well palmed away for the big fin. Not too much left in this one, about 10 minutes as of now. What was left of additional time, and then it's title party time. And I do want to keep in mind, if you're curious by the way, Celtic's title parade, in case you don't know, will be on their YouTube channel after this. I mean, you can probably leave before the stream ends and you'll see it, but there'll probably be a title thing set up, or maybe like the celebrations. And then we got trophy day the next time we're at home, I believe. Couple of guards on us before the end of the season ain't half bad, and then we get to lift the title on the last day. Cannot ask for more than that, but to get it wrapped up and done and dusted early, that was the minimum goal. Might have taken a bit longer than most of us would have expected, given how messed up some of the domestic season has been on both parts. Celtic have not been convincing at times either. But we have been convincing enough. That's a lovely ball forward. I like the idea of that, but again, you'd be asking a lot for that to be executed perfectly. So now, it's always a 12 PM kick-off because of the drinking laws. They want to limit as much of that shit happening as possible. I mean, the board for Celtic will always do that shit where it will be like, you know, but it's supply and demand, it's supply and demand, right, but the stadium doesn't get any fucking smaller. So why do the profit margins need to get any bigger? I mean, Celtic's already a very fundamentally well-run club. Surely that just kind of makes it seem a wee bit... I like that idea. The ball over the top was nice, but the ball into the box, not so much. It's cleared up for a throw-in just inside the kind of same line where Forrest had that chance just from. It's an opportunity to play it through, actually. Just get it to Forrest, man. Let him do his thing. I want to see him score. It'd be so fun. Just definitely had a score on the league being wrapped up in this specific game. But I took a look at the fixtures and went, yeah, this is the one I'll wrap it up at. Oh, hold on. Here is a chance. Forrest! Oh, he has a crack. Doesn't work out. Still in that sort of danger area. Forrest plays it back to McGregor in the end. It's still dancing around the edge of the box. Scales to Carter Vickers. Oh, ball in the box is nice. Ida does well to hold it up. Still dangerous. Like, we're not even worrying about trying to get out to the left-hand side of the field half the time. It's literally just get it to Forrest, and if we can't, then just try and win it back and get it to Forrest again. Beautiful. Hopefully the headlines and won't be the last two protests, but yeah, it's like today, for instance, that protest that just happened there, you know, there'll be a few people that get pulled up for that. Yeah, corporations here, they've been paying more at the breath line, they go, oh, we're sticking up our prices. It's not even that, it's like, oh, your wages have gone up 1% nationally, so we're going to raise everything by about 15%. Well, that's not how mathematics works. And it doesn't stop them from being gutsy and greedy. It's going to be sent forward. Walton's. I don't think he's actually had a successful punt this game. Like every single time it's gone forward, Dalby's not been able to win a header, or whoever else has been on hasn't been able to do too much with it either. It's just, I think you can tell their heads have dropped to this point. And more importantly, Celtic are more than content to just run the clock down with allowing Forrest to just free roam, have half chance. He slips there at the edge of the box. It takes a weird bounce. It should be gathered comfortably enough. Sever's just clears his lines back towards Scales. Lovely touch in fairness. And there could be a break in behind. 5v6 here. That's a great ball to the side. There's a really good ball across the box. It could have been dangerous, well defended in fairness, but big opportunity for Celtic to make it 6 there. Still not necessarily fully cleared away. McGregor does well to stamp out that one. Brilliant interception for the skipper. Could run it through. Slightly overhit. We'll try and force a cross in at the very least. Maeda's going to be there on the stretch. First touch wasn't particularly too convincing. Took the ball away from him and it's gone behind for a goal kick. Walton will be the one to clear. The Jimmy Six Pouches. That is an absolute name. If you existed in the Wild and West, you would 100% have like a really cool wanted poster. What a team. Could not have said it better myself, man. Oh, it puts Rodgers in the top 3 managers of all times in terms of trophies won. Good for him, honestly, that's nice to see. Not too much time left at all, my guy. Absolutely spot on. But we We're just in the point where we're on the wind down and enjoying ourselves, you know what I mean? It's been a fucking slog this season, man. There have been some very weird moments, you know. Definitely since 2025, we've had that kind of few slip-ups now. That loss to St Johnstone, the losses to Hibs, and of course the Rangers matches too. The draws with Aberdeen at the start of the season that could have got weird if Aberdeen had kept their form up, but they fell off. The Rangers could have kept their form up when it came to how well they were doing in the Europa League, but they couldn't really translate it to the domestic level. And even though Celtic wasn't in, you know, top form when it came to Europe, we made progress there. We managed to do something that we thought otherwise wouldn't be too easily doable, and more importantly, it's only going to get better from here. That's a lovely chance to break down that right hand side. Come on, James. I still have hope. I have hope that it can happen still. I ain't worried about it until the fat lady sings, but I want to see him fucking rock one in. You slut. Hope that we don't take Aberdeen too lightly. We absolutely won't. We know they're a team that can drag it out to extra time if they played defensive and desperate enough, so don't even take that risk. Same type of stuff as this game. Much better second half overall, which is ironic because again you've actually scored less goals in the second half, but I think overall as a team performance, as a unit performance, this is what Celtic need to do next week 100%. No individuality, none of that shite, just team mentality. Play with each other rather than through each other and against. Because some of the passing at times today has been very nice to watch. Good amount of cohesion in that front line. That's what you love to see, man. For us to get 2 goals, I'd be happy with one. One would be enough. One goal would absolutely do me for him. You know what I mean? I know I'm already asking for way more than that. We've scored 5 and I should be more than content, but there's just part of me that's like, let it happen. It'd be funny. Oh, I mean, cannot take anything away for this. Truly prideful performance for them. Much better in the second half. Everything about it was calm and condensed. Got about 30-40 seconds here, and then of course what was left of additional time on top of it. That's much appreciated, guys. Like I said, you're one of the Rangers fans that kind of understood the memo pretty early on in the season. I think the early stage of the season is what killed Rangers, to be honest with you, but can't take anything away from it. At least there was a slight fight back for them. You know, you give Rangers credit for that, but I'm pretty sure since, I'd say mid-December, end of December, that people realised that Celtic were probably favourites for this title. I think the fans have more of an active role in like investing in sponsoring and donating to the club. Just bonds and stocks. I mean, Celtic's like got public, you know, public equity on the stock market, so you can technically buy if you want. I don't know how much it is for a share, admittedly, but I'd imagine there'd be people out there that, you know, if they don't want to be like an actual board member and they just want to say that they've contributed to the club, then those are the ways to do it. What kind of battery? It's rechargeable batteries. He's powered not by the sun because he's in Scotland. He's powered by like Just rain, I guess. He's just pulled by rain. That and the colour yellow. If he, dyes his hair blonde for whatever reason, it just fucking supercharges him. Rank rotten. Majority made big changes, but Celtic really went out this season to make a statement. I wouldn't even say it's more of a statement, it's more like a loud shout. Like we're kind of standing up and going, yes, this is about what we expected. Most Celtic fans would have expected something along the lines of this. Granted, I thought it would be a closer title fight, but again, Rangers changing manager halfway through the season probably wasn't the best idea, and they'll still need to strengthen over the summer. They'll need to get ideally a better manager in than Ferguson, because he's not been good since he's came in. If you want me to be fully honest with you, there's only been one victory that I've looked at and went, that was a good performance. Because even against us when they beat us 3-2, they were not the better team in that game. But they were very good against Fenerbahce. That was their one really decent performance. I'd say if there is a solace to take for Rangers season, it would be that game. Either edge of the box. Forrest, have a shot, man, please. Oh, I want to see him shoot so badly, man. I want to see it hit the back of the net. He deserves it so much. Dundee are just trying to do everything in their power to get the lines cleared. I think he was thinking that was a throw-in. Absolutely not. Get it back on the pitch. Get it to Forrest. Come on. I'm focusing up just in case. Just in case. It would be nice. But then again, we could have him score a 95th minute winner in the Old Firm next week. That'd be interesting. Rodgers already getting the handshakes out and all that ahead of time. He knows this one is wrapped up in style. Cannot ask for that too. Very good back-to-back 5-star performances after a very confusing opening half an hour where we pass around the back for no reason. See what happens when we just move the ball efficiently. Oh, it's done, boys. We're officially fucking champions. Let's go! Yes, sir! We have been waiting for the confirmation for a good number of weeks now, but it's official. It's 100% confirmed. As of now, Celtic have made it 55 with no cheese this time. Fully fucking legit. Let's go, boys. Let's absolutely fucking... Oh, I'm so happy. Cannot argue with that whatsoever. Celebrations have begun. The weigh-in's gone into absolute goddamn overdrive. And this time next year, it's 56. That's all I'm saying. One of the teams at the top will take it to 56. It's just a case of which one does it. But Celtic have that momentum. Absolutely. And again, if it's teams of the day, go for 5 in a row now. We're good at scoring 5. So getting 5 titles in a row is possible. But we've got one more to go for this season. We've got the title, we've got the League Cup. It's just about getting the Scottish Cup. A treble would be absolutely fabuloso to celebrate, but can't take anything away from these boys. Very good performance. You knows what happens now. This is going to be the loudest, or one of the loudest yassies, because it is for the whole goddamn season, basically. So prepare yourselves. This one's going to put me out of lung commission for a while. Oh. Right. We know the drill. We absolutely do. So, for the boys, let's read them off, because every one of them deserves fucking credit. Casper, Sinisalo, fucking Carter Vickers, Scales, Navritsky, Trusty, anyone that's played in between defensively, fucking Johnston, Taylor, Slup, Ralston, every single one of those defenders, fucking fair play to them. For the midfielders, McGregor, fucking McCowan, for everyone else that plays in those positions, for fucking the Gilles, for Rio, for everybody. From the left, well, of course, you cannot take anything away from Yang, our main man for this season as well, Daisen Maeda. We can't take anything away from Kuhn, Yang, Forrest, the ones up front that have made contributions for us this season. Every single one of these for yous. Fucking yes! Yes! Thank you, Christ, man, it's done. We go again next season. It is over. Every single one of those boys deserves a lot of credit, man. Today was a very, 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 very convincing performance. Can't take anything away from it. Absolutely proud as punch of them. Every single one of them deserves a credit, do they? 6 shots in target, 5 goddamn goals. Holy Christ. Let's go back to this screen so you can get a little confirmation of it. There you go. There we could still wrap this season up with potentially a 90-point haul, which wouldn't be too bad. 102 goals scored 4, so that means realistically we'd need 13 to tie the, so it'd be about 4.2 goals a game, sorry. I mean 4.25 if you want to be specific, but you get what I'm saying. Oh. Would you like someone to buy Celtic now? So, nah, I mean, not necessarily. Not unless there's a reason to. We're in a good place financially, so. As far as just said, get fucking in. Every single part of that was very nice. Can't bitch about. I'm just looking for the stats to like confirm. I mean, to be fair, yeah, Dundee had a little bit of a better second half, but nothing too noticeable. Let's be honest. Celtic have done exactly all the things that they needed to do today. No offsides. That's the one surprising thing. Not a single offside call apparently. Fair play. Absolutely fair play. You just have to wait and see where we go from here. The last 3 seasons, this season's been crap. Just hope our new owners make a difference. That's if your new owners even take over. There's a whole shit that's going along with that right now. I'll be honest, I'm still trying to piece together that. I was going to say, like, Desmond and Lowell, they might seem like they're just rich tyrants and all that stuff, but they genuinely do, like, care for the club. Like, I love Snoop Dogg, of course he supports, like, we know that he supports Celtic, right, but, like, that's not enough of a reason. That's like going, fuck it, give Rod Stewart the reins, or, you know, John Hartson or Sutton, just because, you know, they love the club. They need to be people that are actually situated and Law's a businessman first. That's like the only thing I will say. So, I don't know. It would have to be someone very convincing. Very convincing. God of Honour at Ibrox would just be coming in. I don't think anyone's expecting it. I'm certainly not. If they do that, then I'm pretty sure the fans inside the stadium would probably just get up and leave at that point, because the last thing you would ever do is like say to your rivals fair play. Even when they deserve it, you're like, nah, don't care. So I wouldn't be too surprised at all. It came up with wouldn't it? I know, by the way. Pinocchio's fucking girlfriend POV, I guess. They've all got like little things around their shoulders and stuff. Title flags are going. I mean, most of the Dundee fans have cleared out, but every single Celtic fan that's made the effort to get out there, hell, even some of the Dundee fans in the corner are sticking around just to see what happens. But there's the picture. That is beautiful. That will never ever get old. Champions 2024-25. It's so good to fucking see, man. Yes. Do you not remember that bit for Burniston with the mad elevator, Michael? Where Scottish people... Oh, no. Shit, Jota's in a leg brace. He's not walking on it, so I think we might be out Jota for the rest of the season, boys. That might be the one real upsetting thing from today. That might be the one, oh, you're kidding me, because of course he comes back and that happens, but at least he gets to join in the celebrations. I love that. I love that Rio went over and got him. That's adorable. Oh, well done, boys. Well done. You deserve that, Jota, mate. You deserve that. Well, that pretty much wraps this up then, for the most part. I can't believe we managed to get this done in at least as convincing as a way as we did. Not a single bad thing I can say about it whatsoever. Come on. I love that. Absolutely love that. Meh, only 5. I wanted 10. Nah, 5 is more than enough. 1 was more than enough today. Hell, even a 0-0 would have been enough today, but we switched it on when it mattered. That's kind of the main thing. You had a 5-0 on it, cashed out your 5. Oh, damn it, Stephen. Hey, to be fair, cashing out on 5-0 still means that you got something though, right? Like, that's half decent in its own way. And again, at the end, half an hour into the game, you would have been thinking, lucky if we get a goal at all. How you doing, Shadow? Nice to see you, my guy. From the beautiful Falls Road. How you doing, my guy? Hope you're enjoying yourself. This must be the, like, yeah, it's like probably the most, like, fucking standard 5-0 win I've ever seen in my goddamn life, right? It's basically how we felt after St Johnstone last week, where it's more just like, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, like I said, Dundee for the first 10-15 minutes were actually the better side. That's where most of their good chances came from. But, like I said, as soon as Celtic got that first one to go through, which wasn't even scored by us, I'm pretty sure it was an own goal for Strain. So, you have to look at it like that, but all the players that needed to perform, I mean, either coming off the bench and getting a brace is always appreciated. Maeda popping up with 2 beautiful assists as well to Kuhn for his brace on top of that. So even though Maeda didn't score 2, he assisted 2. Says it all. So he might not be, adding to his goal tallies for the season to get the golden boot, but hey, goal contributions always are appreciated. I know, Stephen. I know it's you, bro. I hope the bet worked out though. I hope you managed to get like something half decent as a cash out. That's right in the corner of the mouth. Oh, beautiful. They'll be getting the shots out there. There you go, you can oh, things you love to see. I don't know where my other scarf is, to be fair, but there is one that says Champions on it. I should probably find it at some point for the next stream as like an add-on. Oh, that's very cool. It's just nice to see them enjoy themselves. Damn right, Michael, damn right. It was 28-1 for a 6-0, Jesus. To be fair, yeah, Vida didn't miss his chance, or, I mean, there was a few chances that we didn't really take advantage of, let's say, but I mean, it's one of those, like, you don't want to be pissed off, but at the same time you've managed to wrap up a title with a 5-0 win, and they complain, could have had 6, could have had 7. Forrest's the most decorated player now. Yeah, he deserves it, absolutely. That's what he gets for being that's the epitome of what loyalty gets you. If you stick in for a long period of time, you eventually get exactly what you're due. And I mean, being the most successfully decorated player in Celtic Football Club history is a damn impressive thing to be, considering the fact Celtic Football Club is just in its own right one of the most decorated clubs in football history. Be one of the players that will be kind of reconciled with that for years, decades to come. Absolutely enjoys it. Yeah, it'll be a couple of days, I'd imagine, until we find out what the actual specific thing that's gone down with Jota, because again, it looked like his knee popped out during the match, and that's kind of what I'm hoping. Maybe they just put a brace on it to make sure that it doesn't, agitate the muscles around his knee or anything like that, and maybe they'll have a bit more of a rough idea when they get him scanned, but had a good shift, can't take anything away from it. And the boy that came on for him had a pretty good game as well. All I'm saying is that's all I want to see for either. I've said it for fucking months. If Vida stops doing that hold up shit so much and actually just takes a touch, lays it off and runs, man, you get a much different version of him, and today was a pretty good example of that. But everybody was convincing for back to front. Even Sinisalo was great. He pulled up a genuinely fantastic stop, even though he didn't have to worry about much. Celtic done well. All we need is 3-1 on the Zombies. Yes, you got a Eubank one to win the night. Can't give it that too much. Even though you're not too happy with them starting to make the way in. I mean, I get that, to be fair, but I mean, if you're dropping weight that fast, it's probably for a reason. It's either he's really confident he can win, or he's in over his head. Yeah, minority shareholders do exist, Michael. There's bonds and stocks, very simple stuff. They just don't make up like a... It's like 80% of Celtic Football Club is privately owned. It's owned by, you know, board members and, you know, corporate backers, all that sort of stuff. And then it's like 15% is on public stock exchange and 5% on bonds. It's like a... So, I don't know. If someone bought up all of the minority stakes and all that stuff, then maybe you would probably have like overall maybe 1% or 2% of the shares, say Celtic Football Club as a whole. Just hope the foreigners don't do a good job with the Rangers. Who knows? I mean, they're not notorious for running their actual main team well, so you kind of have to have your fingers crossed in that sense, you know. But let's pull up the next time we're live, because I'm pretty sure it's next Sunday, right? It's always... It's all... Oh wait, hold on, there was a thing there. Look at this. Oh, look at it go! That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Fantastic. There we go. We're live on the 4th of May, ironically enough. So we need the 4th, we'll need the 4th to be OS that day, that's 100% sure, but there's your confirmation. And again, in not too many minutes, Rangers do kick off against St Mirren, so if you're looking for something to do in your meantime, that might be a shout. I wouldn't worry about it, Michael. Even if they go in and do all the investing. Oh, look at that. The guy running for the polis. Let's go. God, son, run. Get out of there. Oh, I think he might have been caught. He just fucking ran between the two two bits of the Celtic supporters there. Even the Sky cameras had to like slowly pan to be like... Jota just standing out and taking in the atmosphere. That's class. That's you all for the night, Michael. It's been a pleasure to have you in, lad. We'll be wrapping up here relatively soon anyways. Usually about 2.5 hours I'm live for, so... Pretty sure that's everything. If you would like to throw in a subscription, if you haven't already, then now would be the time to do so. And that's pretty much everything else. If you've got any questions or anything before we kind of depart for the... well, until next week I should say, then you're more than welcome to do so. Because I can't post shorts anymore, so no point in me asking about what the play is. So, yeah. I'm just trying to see if you can get the Rangers game. I think you should be able to. I'm not sure if it's on right after us or if it would be no, it's 3 PM Watershed, isn't it? So you would have to find like a probably like a Rangers TV type thing. It'll be interesting to see how you play when there's not too much to play for as a whole, you know what I mean? But yeah, absolutely chuffed all round. Absolutely chuffed all round. So content, happy, pleased, all the words. And I'm pretty sure that covers everything. So we'll just get ready to wrap things up. And the next time you see me, it'll be for the last Glasgow derby of the season, and it would be nice for us to get a win in that. Ideally, that's the one match I would like to, well, one of two matches I would like to get a very positive result on. A win against them and a final win against Aberdeen, and the season ends in a very, very good way. 10 goals in the last 2 games, 0 conceded, but always an extra bonus too. Can't fault it whatsoever. Very, very clean across the board in a lot of sense. So, just a case about getting things pretty much just consistently ready for the end of the season for that last match against Aberdeen. Absolutely deserved though. I thought it was 115 goals. Is it only 108? Interesting. They don't start till back on 3 PM. I know, that's why I hate like club TV channels, they always do that shit. But time for me to wrap this up. So thank you for watching, thank you for coming along. If you've been here for just a little bit or just or for the whole thing, you know, you're more than welcome to enjoy yourself. What am I doing the rest of the day? I am going to sort some stuff out that I need to with regards to personal situations. But I'm just going to take it easy. I'm going to enjoy myself, have a relatively quiet day. I mean, I don't really do much on the weekends anyway. Everybody fucking knows my entire game plan is sometimes I'll sit in Discord and yap. It's about the game plan. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I do need to go and get a couple of things for the shop and all that good stuff first anyway, so probably focus on doing those types of things first. But my rest of the day is just going to be enjoying the fact that we're champions, and it's confirmed. 55 is 100% official, which means no Rangers fan can say they're fucking better than us at all now. Hell yes. Likewise with you guys, likewise with you. I'll try my best to stop in at some point over the next, like between now and the Rangers game next week. I'll try and hold something in a Discord so people can come in and voice their opinions or just their thoughts on about what they think the game could go like, I suppose. But yeah, that's basically everything I need to cover. So to wrap it up, as we always do, thank you for coming along, I do appreciate it. You can join us, like I said, next week. That game will be on the 4th of May, 12th kick-off. About 15 minutes beforehand I will be live if you know, I'm awake to do that game. That's why I hate early kick-offs, but that's basically everything. So we know the drill. Celtic are still the best goddamn team in the world. Today just confirms it. Champions again. Ole ole. Let's go, boys. See you next week. Hope you have a lovely time of things. Until then, top of the fucking world, boys. Top of the world. Oh, everywhere we go. I can't fucking wait to get that treble wrapped up. Thank you for coming along. Take it easy. Until next time, bless you all.